Jack, don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more. What do you say? Hit the road, Jack.
What did you sing that for? Hit the road, Jack's like a Get Lost song, isn't it? Go away. Go away. That's what you're saying. Go away. Was that some researcher, some 15-year-old you've got? Oh, no. Let's do Hit the Road, Jack. That's got his name in it. It's another thing I hate about the show is at the end when you have to walk off.
Oh, dear. Another thing you hate about the show.
Yeah, because you go, thank you very much, Jack D, and then everyone has to go,
well... yeah, well, I'm sorry that...
I don't know.
So that's another thing you hate. So you're just going to go through a list of things you hate about the show?
No, I'm not. Not unless you want me to.
What do you want me to get people off? You want me to teleport them off the show? You think it's Star Trek or something?
No, they can stay. No need to make people walk off while they're being filmed.
Would I be right, then, in thinking that Christmas has got you a bit grumpy?
I don't have a problem with Christmas.
Well, you seem slightly tetchier than normal.
Oh, I don't. I'm in a good mood. I'm fine.
Did the farmer charge you too much for the soup? Was that
it? You know, you make an effort for someone, don't you? I made an effort for you, Jonathan. That's what you can say about it.
It looks quite heavy and hot, that suit, as well.
That's nice, isn't it?
I get the feeling you, of all the celebrities I'm honoured to call an acquaintance, you're the one who seems to want to get away the most often, because you locked yourself up in that celebrity Big Brother house. For charity, I know, but even so. And then now you've just come back from, I believe, or quite recently, from Siberia.
Yeah.
Now, they phone up. How does that work? The TV company, they said to you, Jack, we want to send a famous person to Siberia.
I'm one of those people that, you know, they sort of want me on their books, but they don't know what to do with me. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, yes, Jack D, he's one of ours. What should we do? I don't know. What do we bloody do with him? Put him on a chat show. I don't know. He's been on a chat show. Well, I don't, send him somewhere. Send him somewhere funny. So they sent me to Siberia.
And they asked you to go out there. Presumably, this is their thing where they put celebrities in unusual situations.
That's right, yeah.
And they see how they cope. Now, this does seem to me like this would be about the most extreme condition you could find yourself in.
It's very bitter, yeah, very cold.
What time of year did you go?
It was a spring there, in fact. It was the beginning of the spring.
That's the cold time of year there, isn't it?
It's still very cold. It was -30 at night.
This is Jack D in Siberia.
You want to cut these soft antlers, you see?
This is a broken antler on this one, yeah?
Yeah.
And he's got it come off. Yeah, he broke it on the sled. Yes, when they took the antler off and sucked the blood out of it, that was really bloody disgusting. I've never seen anything more revolting. You enjoy that?
Good. Energy.
What? Well, good for energy, is it? Yeah. And even worse, they sort of skinned it, and it was taken away and very quickly, I don't know, seared on the top of the stove or something, and then came back and they sort of crisscrossed it at the top and pulled the skin away and offered me some. I can't say I like that very much, but it's probably an acquired taste. So I tasted it, and that was. I mean, it was just nasty. It was really, really, you know, I couldn't bite through it at all, and I just had a taste in my mouth of blood, a bit like when you've had a nosebleed. And frankly, I'd rather be punched in the face than have that again.
That looks great, though. It looks like a great show.
They just don't waste anything there. They just, as soon as he got it, it comes off and straight in the mouth.
Oh.
And then they slaughtered one of the reindeer, which is it's a tradition when I was leaving on this journey that I was doing. And as a custom, they'll slaughter a reindeer and give you some of the meat to take with you so you can live off that, which is what happened. But they skinned it in front of me, this reindeer. And they first of all, they cut it open and get their hands inside to warm their hands up. to warm their hands up so that they can do a good job of skinning it. Wow. And they skin it, and they, underneath the skin, between the skin and the body of the animal, they find these like big maggots, weevil things, that work their way through the skin. And of course they find one of those in the mouth. They eat that. Well, he did anyway.
Wow.
I began to doubt it, because even all the other Siberians were going, oh.
He was just a nutty one.
I think he was just a nutcase, actually. Yeah.
So that show, which is Jack Dee in Siberia, is on just before Christmas, on the 22nd of December.
We think, yeah, I think it
on
is.
BBC One. And I can't think of a better show to settle down and watch with the kids just before Christmas than one where they slaughter reindeer and eat them.
No, don't.
You killed Rudolph.
Like, honestly, don't. It's not a show for children.
Well, don't say don't watch it.
No, don't watch it with your children. Yeah. Because a reindeer does meet an ending. Or as they would put it, the reindeer was released into another life.
No one buys that.
No, especially not the reindeer. Look.
One question I want to ask you. Before we go there, you haven't had your little bit of the Saint.
Oh, you know what? I just love meeting Roger Moore there.
He's great, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think you'd make a good Bond?
Well, I was so... you know, when I've always worn suits on stage, my passion was suits from watching the Saint and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. But the Saint I was a real big fan of, and I used to put on my school blazer and put a tie on and go out and run around the garden. I had this tree that had lots of moss on it, and I used to punch it. You could punch... It didn't hurt too much to punch the tree. Right. And I used to go in and punch it.
Were you in care for long?
It was after watching the Saint.
Let's see how you look as the Saint. You ready?
Go on then.
I think you've got the eyebrow.
I think so.
Jack has given up the booze again recently. Because you used to be a bit of a drinker. You gave it up completely. You started tippling again a little bit. Recently, you made the decision to give it up again. What prompted this, Jack?
I kept getting shit-faced.
Jack Dee, I genuinely believe to be one of the funniest comedians in the country. There's no doubt about it. He's got a DVD out for Christmas.
Have I? Yeah, I have. Yeah, that is, you're right. Yeah.
Now, how would you sell this to people? You wanna promote this? It's a Christmas time. Is it a good Christmas gift?
It's obviously a gift that, you know, you put it in your DVD, it will play nicely. If you've got a video, they can get a video version of it. It's just me on stage. I wouldn't bother with it, frankly.
Roger Moore gets a mention.
Yeah, he does.
He gets a mention on stage. You'd forgotten that. Yeah. Roger, he takes your name in vain.
What does he say?
Would you like to see Roger?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see it, because he claims to be a fan of yours. Let's see. And Roger can handle himself.
He can. He's getting his fountain pen and his lighter. He's putting them together. If he doesn't like this bit, I'm dead.
That wasn't him. That was the bad guy with the 8 nipples.
Yeah.
That was Scaramouche, or one of them. Here we go. This is Jack Dee live at the Apollo. It's out now on DVD. Do yourself a favour, get a copy.
All I am to listen to Counter number 4. Counter number 4. It is actually Roger Moore. It's Roger. Roger works at the post office now. People don't know this. He works at the post office, Roger. Because the Bond movies have dried up, let's face it. He's not Bond anymore. He's not. He has a little bit of voiceover work for the post office. He has you know, he likes it. He's got a little room around the back. He's got a little desk, glass of whiskey. He has to wait for the light to come on. Counter number 4. I can't believe it's come to this. So one of these days you get up to the counter, a big guy with a patch over his eye and a white cat going, "Welcome to counter number 4. Been expecting you."
Roger's okay with that?
Yeah, I rather like it, but how did you know I was working for the post office?
If the voice gives you away.
Actually, that is top comedy. I enjoyed that very much indeed. I'm going to give this free copy I've been given to many friends.
Good, they'll like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in saying thanks to Mr. Jack Dee.